Sarvebhyo namaskaraha. Hope I am audible. You can start. Vandetam madavaranendravadanam madbhagadheya kritim shundadanda suchalanena jagatam mayantarayamayan vidravya pranati prasanna hridayo yonukta eva swayam rakshatyanvahamatmanoti virudam vaidyesha putrabhitham. Naravartana Mithyavishnu-kaulika-katha. So, evam bahuvidham vichintya devim rahastham provacha devi nyayatam kimete kanchukino vadanti tasya kritantah kupito yena yeta devam kriyate. So, the distressed king goes and shares his concern with his wife and asks her if he knows the matter, if she knows the matter. I hope I am audible. Can one of you confirm, please, in the chat? Thank you. Devyapi tadakarnya vyakuli bhuta satwaram kanyantahpure gatva tam khanditadharam nakhavilipita shariravayavam duhitaram apashyat ahacha pape kulakalankakari etat sarvam. So she starts and she is devastated. And so she gets furious. I think we saw this yesterday. इति कोपाटोपविसंकटं वदत्यां मातरि राजपुत्री भयलज्जानताननं भयलज्जानताननं प्रोवाच अम्ब साक्षात् नारायणः प्रत्यहं समायाति. So it is Narayana who comes every day. You think I am lying? You please witness for yourself. तच्छ्रुत्वा सापि प्रहसितवदना पुलकाङ्कित सर्वाङ्गी सत्वरं राजानमोचे देवदिष्ट्या वर्धसे. You are rising. Your fortune is growing. Nityameva nishithe Bhagavan Narayana Kanyaka Parshve Abhyeti. Tena Gandharva Vivahena Sa Vivahita. She has been married to Narayana through Gandharva Vivaha procedure. Tadadyat Vaya Mayacha Ratro Vatayana Gatabhyam Nishithe Drashtabhyaha. He is to be seen by the both of us tonight by concealing ourselves in the place of wherever the window is there. So get inside that and we have to see this. That is the instruction. Tachrutva harshitasya rajnyaha taddinam varshashata prayamiva kathanchit jagama tatastu ratrau nibhrto bhutva rajni sahito raja vatayanastho gaganasakta drishtiryavat tishtati tavat tasmin samaye garudarudham tam shankha chakra gadavat mahastam yathokta jinhankitam vyomno avatarantam narayanam apashyat. So vyomnaha avatarantam narayana. So Narayana, who was descending from the sky, Raja apashyatu. The Raja saw. How was he? Gaganasakta drishtihi. His gaze was hooked to the sky. He was waiting for Narayana to come, and he did come. Tata sudha pura plavitamiva atmanam manyamanas tam uvacha priye nastyanyo dhanyataro loke mattastvattascha tat prasutim Narayano bhajate. There is nobody who is more lucky, who more fortunate than the both of us, that our child is the beloved of Narayana. Narayana is loving our child. He wishes for our child. There can be nothing, nobody more fortunate than us. Tat siddha sarvesmakam manorathaha adhuna jamatri prabhavena sakalamapi vasumatim vashyam karishyam. I am going to bring the entire earth under my control. एवं निश्चित्य सर्वैः सीमाधिपैः सह मर्यादा व्यतिक्रमम् अकरोत्. ते च तं मर्यादा व्यतिक्रमेण वर्तमानमालोक्य सर्वे समेत्य तेन सह विग्रहं चक्रुः. So what he does, he transgresses the boundaries and violates all the agreements with the neighboring kings. So all of them come together and quarrel with him. Sarve sametya, they all get together and fight with him, quarrel with him. Anena rajnya saha vigraham chakruhu. They quarrel. Atrantare sa raja devi mukhena tam duhitaram vacha putri tvai duhitari vartamanayam narayane bhagavati jamatari sthite tat kimevam yujyate yat sarve parthiva maya saha vigraham kurvanti. So does it befit that when you are our daughter and Swayam Lord Narayana is our Jamata, that these petty kings quarrel with me? Does it even befit the stature of Narayana? Tat sambodhyodyadvaya nija bharta yatha mama shatrun vyapadeti. So today you have to talk to your bharta in such a way that he finishes off my enemies. ततस्तया स कौलिको रात्रौ सविनयम् अभिहितः भगवन् द्वैजामातरि स्थिते मम तातो यच्छत्रुभिः परिभूयते तन्न युक्तम् तत् प्रसादं कृत्वा सर्वांस्तान् शत्रून् व्यापादय कौलिक आह सुभगे कियन्मात्रास्त्वेते तव पितुःशत्रवः तद्विश्वस्ता भव क्षणेनापि सुदर्शनचक्रेण सर्वांस्तिलशः खण्डयिष्यामि. So these are insignificant. This is an insignificant bunch. Kiyanmatraha. So of what measure are these enemies of your father to me? Do not worry. Trust me. I will turn them into pieces with the power of my Sudarshana Chakra. अथ गच्छता कालेन सर्वदेशं शत्रुभिरुद्वास्य स राजा प्राकारशेषः कृतः तथापि वासुदेव रूपधरं कौलिकम् अजानन् राजा नित्यमेव विशेषतः कर्पूरागुरु कस्तूरिकादि परिमल विशेषान् नाना प्रकार वस्त्र पुष्प भक्ष्य पेयांश्च प्रेषयन् दुहितृमुखेन तमूचे भगवन् प्रभाते नूनं स्थानभङ्गो भविष्यति. So as the time goes by, what happens? Shatrubhihi sah raja prakarasheshah kritah. So the Shatrus never stopped their attacks, and all he was left with was his fort, and the entire place was finished off. All the people were banished or were killed. Tathapi, even then, Vasudeva Rupadharam Kaulikam Ajanan. He did not recognize Kaulika as Kaulika. He mistook him for Vasudeva. And every day, what did he do? He sent a lot of bhakshya peya vishesha, different kinds of pushpa, eatables and beverages and different perfumes in order to please Narayana. And one day he spoke to him through his daughter, Prabhate Nunam Sthanabhango Bhavishyati. Tomorrow morning we are going to lose the capital. Vyavasendhanakshayah sanjataha tatha sarvopi janaha prahareir jarjarita dehah samvrittah yodhumakshamaha prachuro mritascha. So we have lost our stock of grains and fuel, and all our soldiers are wounded by the strikes of the enemy. Praharaihi jarjarita dehaha samvrittaha yodhum akshamaha janaha. They are no longer capable of fighting. Prachuraha mritaha, and a good number, a large number is already dead. Tadevam nyatva atra kale yaduchitam bhavati tadvidheyam. So whatever befits the situation, please do it. Tachrutva kaulikopyachintayat sthanabhange jate mama anayasah viyogo bhavishyati tasmat garudamaruhya sayudhamatmanam akashe darshayami kadachin mam vasudevam manyamanaste sashanka rajnyaha yodhribihi hanyate. So if the capital city will be lost, I am definitely going to be separated from my beloved. So rather than getting separated from her, I will mount the Garuda and show myself in the sky. Sayudham atmanam akashe darshayami kadachit mam vasudevam manyamanaha te. So it is impossible that they get fooled and mistake me for Vasudeva and Sashankaha. So they will be surprised and perplexed. And in that moment, Ratnyaha yodribihi hanyante. It is possible that they are killed by the soldiers of our king. Uktancha nirvishenapi sarpena kartavya mahati phata vishambhavatu mavastu phatatopo bhayankaraha. So phatatopa, the spreading of the hood by the snake is very important, even when the snake lacks poison, because they will be, so the person who is witnessing the spreading of the hood will not know if there is fear, venom or not. He will be fear struck by the mere expansion of the hood. Atha yadi mam sthanartham udyatasya mrityur bhavishyati tadapi sundarataram. So if I am going to die fighting for the kingdom, that is also better. It is more beautiful. Why? Gavamarthe brahmanarthe swamyarthe strikrite athava sthanarthe yaste jet pranam tasya lokas sanatana. So the eternal lokas, seat in eternal loka is guaranteed for somebody who is losing his life, sacrificing his life for the sake of protecting cows or brahmanas or his lord or woman or his desha, his sthana. Evam nischitya pratyushe dantadhavanam kritva tam provacha subhage samastaish shatrubhirhatay rannam panam chaswadayishyami kim bahuna tvayapi saha sangamam tatah karishyami param vachastvaya atmapita yat prabhate prabhutena sainyena saha nagaran nishkramya yodhavyam aham chakashasthitayeva sarvam stan nistejasat karishyami. So don't worry, I have decided. Marane krita nishchayaha. I am Okay, of course, that is, he knows, he has decided that to himself, does not tell about that to his lover, but he tells her that I'm going to enjoy Anna, Pana, all that after finishing off the Shatrus, and even Tvayasaha Sangamam Tataha Karishyam. After that, I will do. But then you have to just inform your Pita that he has to fight, going out of his fort today, bringing many soldiers. Prabhutena Sainyena Saha Yodhavyam. And what will I do? Akashasthitaha sarvantanu nistejasaha karishyami. I am going to deprive them of their teja, of their power today by staying up in the sky. Paschat sukhena bhavata hantavyaha. And then by you, they may be killed leisurely, very easily. Sukhena hantavyaha. Why? Yadi punaraham tan swayameva sudayami. If I am going to kill them with my hands, tat tesham papatmanam vaikunthiya vidhisya. They will get a place in Vaikuntha. Tasmate tatha kartavya yatha palayanto hanyamanaha swarganna gachanti. So they have to, such a situation has to be brought upon them that they are killed when they flee the battleground, so that they don't attain a place in Swargaloka. Sapitadakaranya pitus samipam gatva sarvam vrittantam nyavedayat rajapitasya vakyam shraddadhanah pratyushe samuthaya susannadha sainyo yuddhartham nischakrama kaulikopi marane krita nischayah chapapanihi gaganagatihi garudarudho yuddhaya prasthitah. So listening to this, Raja trusts the words of her daughter, and having faith in her words, he gets ready and goes to fight. And this Kaulika also, with a firm resolve to die, takes a bow. Chapapanihi carries a bow in his hand and ascends towards the sky. Gaganagatihi garudarudaha yuddhaya prasthitah, mounts his flying Garuda and gets ready. Atrantare Bhagavata Narayanena Atita Anagata Vartamana Vetina Smritamatro Vainateya Sampraptaha Vihasya Proktaha Bhoga Vidman Janasitvam Yen Mamarupena Kauliko Darumaya Garude Samarudho Rajakanyam Kamayate. So do you know this affair that is happening in Bhuloka, and what this Kaulika is doing? He's making a joke of us. So Bravid Deva Sarvam Nyayate Tat Cheshtitam Tat Kim Kurmaha Sampratam. So what is it that we have to do? Shri Bhagavanaha Adya Kauliko Marane Krita Nischayo Vihitaniyamo Yuddhartham Nirgataha. So now he has a firm resolve and he has decided to go and die. Sahanunam Pradhana Kshatriya Sharahato Nidhanameshyati. He is going to die definitely today. Tasmin Hate Sarvo Jano Vadishyati Yat Prabhuta Kshatriya Militva Vasudevo Garudascha Nipadita. Everybody is going to say that Lord Narayana and Garuda were finished off by a handful of Kshatriyas today in the Yuddha. Tataha param lokoyam avayof pujam na karishyati. So this loka is going to forget about us and not do any puja. So what is the idea? Bhagavan says, tatastvam drutataram tatra darumaya garude sankramanam kuru. Ahamapi kaulika sharire pravesham karishyami. Yena sashatrun vyapadayati. Tatascha shatruvadhad avayor mahatmya vriddhi syat. Atha garude tatheti pratipanne Shri Bhagavan Narayanas tacharire sankramanam akarot. Tataha tvam drutataram tatra darumaya garude sankramanam kuru. Ahamapi kaulika sharire pravesham karishyami. Yena saha shatrun vyapadayati. Tataha cha shatruvadhat avayoho mahatmya vriddhihi syat. Atha garude tatha iti pratipanne Shri Bhagavan Narayanaha tat sharire sankramanam. So what is the Lord's idea? He says, Drutataram tvam darumaya garude sankramanam. So what you have to do, immediately get inside, enliven the Darumaya Garuda with your presence. Okay? Go there. Sankramanam kuru. And what will I do? Kaulika sharire pravesham karishyami. I am going to enter the sharira of Kaulika. And by the virtue of my presence, yena saha shatrun vyapadayati. He will finish off the shatrus. Tatascha, and because of that, what will happen? Shatruvadhat, because of the killing of the Shatrus, avayoho mahatmya vriddhihi syat. So our mahatmya will grow, right? So people will like us more and they will start worshipping more and our Mahatmya is going to grow. Atha Garude Tatha iti Pratipanne. So when Garuda agrees to this plan, Shri Bhagavan Narayana, what does he do? Tat Sharire. In the Sharira of the Kaulika, Sankramanam Akarot. He enters the Sharira of the Kaulika. So in keeping in line with the goal and with the purpose of Panchatantra, this fits the theme, right? The mockery of gods and mockery of sannyasa is something that we have been seeing throughout in Panchatantra, because Panchatantra is a text that glorifies and that tries to project the first three purusharthas rather than the final purushartha, moksha. So that is why it makes a mockery of sannyasis. It makes a mockery of people who think that Daiva is ultimate and don't do any Purushakara. So all these are ridiculed, and that is why even gods are made fun of. Right. So Vishnu is a person who is projected as somebody who is craving for acceptance and worship from people in Bhuloka. Right. That is all is his Mahatmya here. So it's a mockery. It is perfectly fine because it is trying to glorify Purushakara. So see, the way the Lord is projected here, it looks like the Kaulika is doing a much better job by using his own mind and using his intellect in order to achieve what he wants to acquire and achieve in life, right? So the whole idea in the story is to emphasize Purushakara and not depend on Daiva. So because the Devatas himself, who are responsible for giving our karma phala, etc., this is their state, is what the text is trying to project. Why? To lay emphasis on Purushakara, that one has to use one's mind. And it says that if you are intelligent enough and use an appropriate strategy, any situation can be overcome. That is the idea. So these things are not to be taken literally, but only the idea that is emphasized here, that is the use of a very good strategy to overcome any kind of a situation. So even a seemingly extremely difficult situation like a Vaishya getting married to the daughter of the king of the land, which is next to impossible, can be achieved through the appropriate use of intellect, through the appropriate use of an upaya. That alone is the idea, and we have a nice funny narration in order to substantiate this idea. So Narayanaha Sankramanam Akarot. Tato Bhagavan Mahatmena Gaganasthassa Kaulikaha Shankha-chakra Gada Chapa Chinhitaha Kshanadeva Leelayaiva Samastanapi Pradhana Kshatriyan Nistejasas-chakara. Tatastena Rajnya Swasainya Parivritena Sangrame Jita Nihatascha te sarvepi Shatravaha Jatascha Lokamadhye Pravado Yatha Anena Vishnu Jamatri Prabhavena Sarve Shatravo Nihata iti. Tataha Bhagavan Mahatmena Gaganasthaha Saha Kaulikaha Shankha Chakra Gada Chapa Chinhitaha Kshanadeva Leelaya eva samastan api pradhana kshatriyan nistejasaha chakara. Tataha tena rajnya swasainya parivritena sangrame jitaha nihataha cha te sarvepi shatravaha. Jatascha lokamadhye pravadaha yatha anena Vishnu jamatri prabhavena sarve shatravaha nihataha. Bhagavan Mahatmena, because of the power of Bhagavan, right? Because of the presence and power of the Bhagavan, Gaganasthaha Saha Kaulikaha. So that Kaulika who was, roaming around, who was hovering the sky on his seated on his Garuda. Saha Kaulikaha, who was Shankha Chakra Gada Chapa Chinhitaha, so who had all the proper signs of Vishnu. Kshanadeva, in no time, very instantly, Anayasena, Leelayaiva, without any effort, effortlessly, Samastanapi Pradhana Kshatriyan, all the chief Kshatriyas who were fighting, Nistejasaha Chakara, he made them powerless. Tataha, then Tena Rajna, by that king, okay, who was the father of this princess, Tena Rajna, Swasainya Parivritena Rajna. So how was that king? He was surrounded by his army. He had come to the battlefield with his army as instructed by his Jamata. Parivritena Sangrame, in the battle, Sarvepi Shatravaha, all his enemies were Jitaha, they were won or killed. Nihataha cha. They were both killed and won over. Jitaha, Nihatascha, they were defeated. Jitaha, Nihatascha, te sarvepi shatravaha. Jatascha lokamadhye pravadaha. So what happened? So rumors started going around immediately amongst the people. Anena Vishnu Jamatri Prabhavena Sarve Shatravo Nihataha. So because of the Prabhava, of the influence of this son-in-law, who was Lord Vishnu himself, all the enemies of the king have been vanquished. They are gone. Kaulikopi tan hatan drishtva pramuditamana gaganadavatirna san yavad rajamatya pauralokastam nagaravastavyam kaulikam pashyanti tataf prishtah kim yetad tatasopi muladarabhya sarvam pragvrittantam nyavedayat. Kaulikaha api tan hatan drishtva pramuditamanaha gaganadavatirnaha san yavati raja amatya pauralokaha tam nagaravastavyam kaulikam pashyanti tataha prishtaha kimetat. So what happens now? See, Kaulikaha tan hatan drishtva, having seen the enemies dead, he became very happy. Pramudita manaha, extremely happy. Gaganad avatirnaha san. Then he was descending from the sky. Yavati raja amatya pauralokaha tam nagaravastavyam kaulikam pashyanti. So they found him to be the resident of the city. Nagaravastavyam kaulikam. They find him to be the weaver. Now they identify, oh, this is the guy. Right? So they know that. Then they ask, what is the matter? What is all this joke? Tataha sopi. So what does he do? Muladarabhya sarvam pragvrittantam nyavedayate. He starts from the beginning and narrates the entire story. Because now he has an advantage. He has saved the king. He knows when to speak the truth. Right? So he has complete advantage now. So he speaks the truth. Tatascha kaulika sahasanuranjita manasa shatruvadhada vapta tejasa rajnya sa rajakanya sakala jana pratyaksham vivaha vidhina tasmai samarpita deshascha pradattaha kaulikopi taya sardham panchaprakaram jivalokasaram vishayasukham anubhavan kalam ninaya atastuchyate suprayuktasya dambhasya iti. Tataha cha Kaulika sahasa anuranjita manasa shatruvadhat avapta tejasa rajnya sa rajakanya sakala jana pratyaksham vivaha vidhina tasmai samarpita deshascha pradattaha kaulikaha api taya sardham panchaprakaram jivalokasaram vishayasukham anubhavan kalam ninaya atastu uchyate suprayuktasya dambhasya. So then kaulika sahasa anuranjita manasa. So this rajnya rajakanya tasmai samarpita. That is the sentence, vakyam. Rajnya, by the king, sa rajakanya, that princess, Vivaha vidhina tasmai samarpita, was given to him, offered to him through marriage. Vivaha vidhina tasmai samarpita. Kidrishena rajnya kaulika sahasa anuranjita manasa, by the king who was extremely pleased by his courage. sahasa, by his adventurous spirit that somebody could do such a thing. He was very pleased and really understood that, such an adventurous spirit is perhaps needed for ruling the kingdom. He understood this, and he thought that even though this guy might be born in a Vaishya Kula, probably he has Kshatriya gunas in him. That is why tasya sahasa anuranjita manasa rajnya shatruvadhat avapta tejasa. Also because it's not that good a person. Now he is in a good mood. He has got back all his power because his enemies have been vanquished, and he has played an important role there. So he's all happy now, a very good mood. So shatruvadhat avapta tejasa rajnya sa rajakanya, that princess, sakala jana pratyaksham. So in front of the entire Jana Samuha, in front of all the citizens of the country, Vivaha Vidhina, through proper Vivaha Vidhis, was offered to him. Desha was also given to him. So he transferred the rulership also. Deshascha pradattaha. Kaulikopi tayasardham panchaprakaram jivalokasaram vishaya sukham anubhavan kalam. So Kaulika enjoyed the fivefold pleasures of this sensory world. Panchaprakaram, jivalokasaram. So he says that is jivalokasara. So enjoying sensory pleasures is the sara of this loka, and he enjoyed all the fivefold sensory pleasures, and he was extremely happy, and he passed his time that way. Kalam ninaya. So his time passed by like that. That is why it is said. So the Damanaka reminds Karataka suprayuktasya dambhasya. So when a dambha, when a deceit, when a strategy, when an upaya is well adopted, it is well performed, well staged, nobody can find fault with it. Nobody will even know that it is a deceit is being employed there. Nobody will know. So we have to continue with their sambada. Karataka Damanaka sambadaha. Tachrutva Karataka aha bhadra astevam param tathapi mahanme bhayam yato buddhiman sanjeevako raudrascha simha yadyapi te buddhi pragalbhyam tathapi tvam pingalakati tam vyojayitum asamartha eva. Damanaka aha bharataha asamarthopi samartha eva uktancha. So listening to this story, Karataka says, Astyevam, yes, I understand. It is indeed possible. Right? It is fine. Tathapi mahanme bhayam. Even then, I am very much frightened. Why? Yato buddhiman sanjeevakaha raudrascha simha. See, this Sanjeevaka is not an ordinary person. He is a wise man. Right? That is the bull. The bull is very wise. Okay? It's not an ordinary bull. And our Simha is Raudraha. He is a furious guy. Right? Gets angry, you don't know what you do. Even before you can formulate a strategy in your mind, he will finish you off probably. So furious. He's a person who gets angry. Raudrascha Simha. Yadyapite buddhi pragalbhyam. Your buddhi pragalbhya is there. I am not doubting your intellectual capacity. I am not doubting that. Tathapi. Because of these qualities that are present on both sides. One is wisdom. Using his mind, he can be he can give you a tough fight. Okay? He is also very good. He is buddhiman. He is wise, and your buddhi pragalbhya is also there. Fine. When you are giving him a tough fight, probably the lion will finish you off because he is so angry and that much of power he has, and you are after all a Shrigala, a jackal. So you do not know. Tvam pingalakate tam vyojayitum asamartha. You are not capable of separating the bull from the lion. Damanaka aha bharataha asamarthopi samartha eva. So even incapable is capable only. Even a person who is incapable is actually a capable man. So lack of might or lack of power on one side does not determine his capability to accomplish a particular task. I might be powerless, does not matter. I can still accomplish certain things. Why? Upayena hi yachakyam natachakyam parakramaihi kaki kanakasutrena krishna sarpamaghatayat. Upayena hi yachakyam natachakyam parakramaihi Kaki kanakasutrena Krishna sarpamaghatayat. Upayena hi Yat shakyam natat shakyam parakramaihi kaki kanakasutrena Krishna sarpam aghatayat. So we have the introduction to the next story. Right? So yat upayena shakyam, that which is possible through the employment of an upaya, of a strategy. Tat parakramaihi api na shakyam, that is not possible even through the employment or use of parakrama, of valor, might, physical strength, one can say. Even that which is accomplished cannot be accomplished by the possession of physical strength, valor, can be accomplished through the appropriate use of of a particular upaya, of any strategy. How Kaki, there was a crow, a female crow. Kaki Kanakasutrena. So with the help of a golden string, Kanakasutrena, Krishna Sarpam Aghatayat. So she finished off a black snake. So a black snake was killed by a crow, okay, with the help of a golden string, golden thread. How did this happen? We have to go to Kaki Kanakasutra Krishna Sarpa Katha. Of course, I think I missed this. Immediately Karataka aha Kathametat so bravi. Immediately Karataka asks, what is it? How did it happen? And Damanaka narrates his next story. Kaki Kanakasutra Krishna Sarpa Katha. Go to the story. Give me a moment. Go back to the verse. So there is a question, why is there a Shashti Vibhakti usage in Suprayuktasya Dambhasya? Because you have to see the full Vakya. The Vakya is Dambhasya Antam Brahma api nagachati. So the Brahma also cannot see the end of this Dambha. Right? So Suprayuktasya Dambhasya. Dambhasya Antam Brahma api nagachati. So Brahma, even Brahma cannot fathom the end, or so end here means what is the real thing. Okay. Even Brahma cannot fathom it completely. So what kind of dambha? Suprayukta dambha. So because dambhasya is already in Shashti, because it means dambhasya antaha ityasti. Dambhasya antaha Brahma api nagachati. Suprayuktasya. A strategy that is well employed, a deceit that is well employed. So, because Suprayukta is an adjective Visheshana for Dambha, that is also in Shashti. It's clear. Go to the next story. Kaki Kanakasutra Krishna Sarpa Katha. Antaha is depth, end. Both of them are right. We'll go to the story. Asti kasminchit pradeshe mahan nyagroodha padapah tatra vayasa dampati prativasatasma atha tayof prasavakale vriksha vivaran nishkramya Krishna sarpas sadaiva tadapatyani dhakshayati tatastau nirvedad anya vriksha moola nivasinam priya suhridam shrigalam gatvochati. Asti Kasminchit Pradeshe Mahan Nyagrodha Padapah Tatra Vayasa Dampati Prativasatahasma Atha Tayoho Prasavakale Vriksha Vivarat Nishkramya Krishna Sarpaha Sadaiva Tadapatyani Dhakshayati Tataha Tau Nirvedat Anya Vriksha Moola Nivasinam Priya Suhridam Shrigalam Gatva Uchatu. So, in a certain place, there is a huge banyan tree. Nyagrodha Padapaha, Mahan Nyagrodha Padapaha Asti. Tatra, Tasmin Vrikshe, Tasmin Padape, Vayasa Dampati Prativasatahasma. So, there is a crow couple, Vayasa Dampati. Crow couple lived on that tree. Tat Atha. Tayoho prasavakale. So at the time of their delivery. At the time when the kaki delivers a newborn new crow, okay, a baby crow, vriksha vivarat nishkramya, so coming out of the hole in the tree which the snake has made its home, vriksha vivarat nishkramya kaschit krishna sarpah, a black snake, sadaiva tadapatyani bhakshayati, always ate their newborn babies. Tadapatyani sadaiva bhakshayati. Every time the kaki gave birth to a new baby crow, this Krishna Sarpa comes out of the vivara and swallows it up. So what happens? Tataha tau nirvedat. Tau kakaha kaki cha. Okay. So the dampati nirvedat, dukkhat, khedat. They were deeply anguished, depressed because of this. So what do? Anya vriksha moola nivasinam priya suhridam shrigalam gatvoja. So they go to their dear friend, priya suhridam shrigalam uchatu. They speak to their dear friend jackal who lived under another tree. Anya vriksha moola nivasinam, residing at the root of another tree, was their dear friend. Right? Shrigala, a jackal is also a scavenger and a crow is also a scavenger. Right? So as scavengers, they are friends. Priya suhridam shrigalam gatvochatuhu, gatva uchatuhu, they spoke. Bhadra, kimevam vidhe sanjate avayoho kartavyam bhavati. Kim evam vidhe sanjate avayoho kartavyam bhavati. Evam tavad dushtatma krishna sarpo vriksha vivaran nirgatya avayor balakan bhakshayati. Tat kathyatam tad rakshartham kaschid upayaha. Bhadra, kim evam vidhe sanjate avayoho kartavyam bhavati. Evam tavad dushtatma krishna sarpaha vriksha vivarat nirgatya avayoho balakan bhakshayati. Tat kathyatam tad rakshartham kaschit upayaha. Evam vidhe sanjate. So when such a thing happens, avayoho kim kartavyam bhavati, what is it that we have to do? That this dushtatma krishna sarpa, this cruel black snake, comes out of the hole and eats up our kids every time. Avayoho balakan bhakshayati. Tat kathyatam tad rakshartham kaschid upayaha. So please tell us some strategy for the protection. Tesham rakshartham, tesham balakanam, avayoho balakanam rakshartham kaschid upayah kathyatam. So please tell us some strategy that we can adopt to save our children from this Krishna Sarpa. Vai yasya kshetram nadi tire bharya cha parasangata sasarpe cha grihe vasah katham syat tasya nirvritihi. Yasya kshetram nadi tire bharya cha parasangata sasarpe cha grihe vasah katham syat tasya nirvritihi. Yasya kshetram nadi tire bharya cha parasangata sasarpe cha grihe vasaha katham syat tasya nirvritihi. Yasya kshetram nadi tire bhavati. So the one whose field is on the banks of a river. Parasangata bharya. And the one whose wife is attached to some other man, right? Has her mind on somebody else. Sasarpe grihe vasaha, and one who has to live in a house that also has snakes. Sasarpe grihe sarpena sahite grihe yasya vasaha nityam bhavet tasya katham nirvritihi syat. So how can such a man ever be peaceful? Where is the scope of peace for him? No possibility, right? Because anytime his fields can be flooded, anytime his wife can run away, and anytime a snake can create havoc in the house. Anybody can die anytime. So being in such a state, nobody can be peaceful. Katham tasya nirvritihi susthitihi sukham ityartha. How can anybody be at peace? Anyacha. Sarpayukte grihe vaso mrityurev na samshayah yadgramante vaset sarpastasya syat prana samshayah. Sarpayukte grihe vaso mrityurev na samshayah yadgramante vaset sarpastasya syat prana samshayah. Sarpa, very straightforward. Sarpayukte grihe vasaha mrityuhu eva na samshayah. Yat grama ante vaset sarpaha tasya syat prana samshayah. So sarpayukte grihe. So living in a place, living in a house that has snakes, that is death. It is certainly equal to death. Tasya mrityureva na samshayah. There is no doubt in that. Certainly there is death awaiting there. Yadgramante sarpaha vasit. So the boundaries of a grama where the frontiers are covered by sarpa on all sides. Yasya gramasya ante sarpaha vaset tasya prana samshayah syat. So his life is definitely in danger. Prana samshayah tasya nishchaya rupena syat. Kaki and the Kaka recall these verses and they say, Asmakamapi tatra sthitanam pratidinam prana samshayah saaha natra vishaye swalpopi vishadah karyaha nunam salubdho nopayamantarena vadhyasyat uktancha. So they say, the couple say, Asmakamapi tatra sthitanam asmakam. So for us who are staying in that tree that is that is always, that has the Krishna Sarpa staying there, pratidinam prana samshayah. Every day our life is in danger. Saaha. So Shrugala says, Natra vishaye swalpopi vishadah karyaha. So when a little bit of grief is not to be encouraged in this matter, you don't have to grieve, don't worry. Nunam sa lubdhaha. So that greedy snake, lubdhaha, upayamantarena navadhyaha syat. So he cannot be killed without the use of any upaya. So some strategy we have to think of. Without the employment of an upaya, saha lubdhaha navadhyasyat. He cannot be killed. The greedy snake cannot be finished. Uktancha. Upayena jayo yadrigripostha dringna hetibhihi upayajñolpakayopi nashuraif paribhuyate. Upayena jayo yadrigripostha dringna hetibhihi upayajñolpakayopi nashuraif paribhuyate. Upayena jayaha yadrik ripoho tadrik na hetibhihi upayajnaha alpakayaha api na shuraihi paribhuyate. Upayena ripoho yadrik jayaha bhavet. So through the employment of a strategy, the kind of victory you get over your enemy. Upayena ripoho yadrik jayaha bhavet tadrik hetibhihi na bhavet. So that kind of a victory is not achievable through the use of weapons. Heti means shastram. Hetihi shastram. Hetibhihi shastreihi astra shastreihi tesham prayogena yadrik jayaha bhavet tadrik yadrik jayaha na bhavet tadrik upayena bhavet. So the kind of victory which is unimaginable through the employment of weapons and normal whatever is usually done in confronting an enemy. In confronting an enemy, the upayas, if you are going to use a nice strategy, so the victory that will come out of it is unimaginable. It is something that is in a different league. Alpakayaha api upayagyaha. So a man who is wise enough and who knows proper use of strategies, saha shurai saha alpakayaha api. So he may be an alpakaya, that is, he might not have physical strength, he might not have physical might, but then Saha shuraihi api na paribhuyate. So the opposite party can be a shura, can be a very, very valorous person, somebody who is really mighty, but he will not be killed even by a shura. Tathacha Bhakshayitva bahun matsyan uttamadhama madhyaman atilaulyad bakah kaschin mritah karkatakagrahat. Bhakshayitva bahun matsyan uttamadhama madhyaman atilaulyad bakah kaschin mritah karkatakagrahat. Bhakshayitva bahun matsyan uttama adhama madhyaman atilaulyat bakaha kaschit mritaha karkatakagrahat. So there is a story within a story now. There is already the Kaki Kanakasutra Katha, within which the Shrigala is opening the plot for another story. Bahun Matsyane Bhakshayitva. So having swallowed, having eaten up a lot of fishes. Bahun Matsyan Bhakshayitva. Kidrishan Uttama Adhama Madhyaman. Fishes in different sizes. Uttama, a large sized fish, small size and medium sized, having swallowed different kinds of fishes. Kashchit Bakaha, a crane. Ati Laulyat, because he could not control his tongue, because of his Jihva Chapalya, Karkataka Grahat Mritaha. He died by being seized by a crab. A crab seized him and he died because of that. So it is possible that a mighty crane can die because of a crab. Okay. So immediately, Tavuchatuhu Kathametat Sobravi. Tau Dampati. Okay. So the couple ask the Shrigala, what is it? Saha Abravi. He starts narrating Lubdha Baka Karkataka Katha. So the story of the greedy crane and the crab. Asti Kasminschit Pradeshe Nana Jalachara Sanatham Saraha Tatracha Kritashrayo Bakayeko Vriddhabhava Mupagato Matsyan Vyapadayidu Masamartha. Asti Kasminschit Pradeshe. Upayagnya, I am sorry, there is a question. Upayagnya, Upayam Janati iti Upayagnya, the one who knows an Upaya, the one who knows use of different strategies, a good a policy maker. So a policy maker, a person who is who formulates strategies. Okay, Upayagnya, Upayam Janati, Janati iti Gnaha. The one who knows is Gnaha. Now, Daivagnaha, okay, is the name for an astrologer. Why? Because he knows Daiva. He can predict things. He knows the destiny of another person by looking at the horoscope. So, he is called a Daivagnaha. Evameva Upayagnaha. The one who knows strategies is an Upayagnaha. Astu. Kashminschit Pradeshe Nana Jalachara Sanatham Saraha Asti. So there is a large pond, large lake, Saraha Asti. Kidrisham Saraha, Saraha is a Napumsakalinga Shabda. That is why it is Nana Jalachara Sanatha Saraha iti Nasti. It is Nana Jalachara Sanatham Saraha. So Nana Jalachara Sanatham is Visheshana Pada for Saraha, which is the Visheshya, and because it is Saraha, Sarasi, Saramsi, Napumsakalinga Pada, this is also in Napumsakalinga. Now, Nana Jalachara Sanatham, what does it mean? Sanatham means Yuktam. Nana Jalachara Sanatham, Nana Jalachara Yuktam. So, this Sara has different kinds of Jalachara in it. Various kinds of beings are there in the Sara. It was a very large lake. Tatra cha Kritashrayaha Bakaha Ekaha. Tatra, so a baka, a crane, had taken refuge in that Sara. So he lived in that Sara. Tatra Kritashrayaha. Kritashrayaha means he made that Sara as his home. He had taken refuge in that Sara. That was his living place. Vriddhabhavam Upagataha. He grew old. It was not a young crane, but quite an old crane. Matsyan vyapadayitum asamarthaha. It was no longer capable of killing the fishes. Matsyan vyapadayitum marayitum asamarthaha. Marayitva bhakshayitum asamarthaha. He could not kill and eat them because it had grown old. Tatascha क्षुत्क्षामकण्ठः सरस्तीर उपविष्टो मुक्ताफलप्रकरसदृशैरश्रुप्रवाहैर्धरातलमभिषिञ्चन् रुरोद. एकः कुलीरको नानाजलचरसमेतः समेत्य तस्य दुःखेन दुःखितः सादरमिदमूचे माम किमद्य त्वया यथा पूर्वमाहारवृत्तिर्नानुष्ठीयते केवलम अश्रुपूर्ण नेत्राभ्याम सनिश्वासेन स्थीयते. ततः च क्षुत्क्षामकण्ठः सरस्तीरे उपविष्टः मुक्ताफलप्रकरसदृशैः अश्रुप्रवाहैः धरातलम् अभिषिञ्चन् रुरोद. एकः कुलीरकः नाना जलचर समेतः समेत्य तस्य दुःखेन दुःखितः सादरम् इदम् ऊचे माम किम् अद्य त्वया यथा पूर्वम् आहारवृत्तिः न अनुष्ठीयते केवलम् अश्रुपूर्ण नेत्राभ्यां सनिश्वासेन स्थीयते. ततः च क्षुत्क्षामकण्ठः सरस्तीरे उपविष्टः रुरोद. So we'll see the other padas. Then क्षुत्क्षामकण्ठः, so parched by kshut, hunger. Sarastire upavishtaha, so he sat down on the bank of the Sara. On the bank of the Sara, ruroda, he started crying. How? Mukta phala prakara sadrishaihi ashru pravahi. So he started shedding tears. Ashru pravahaihi ruroda. Dharatalam abhishinchan ruroda. So he made the ground wet because of his tears. Ashru pravahihi dharatalam bhumim abhishinchan. He made the bhumi wet and cried. And how were his ashrus? Kidrishaihi ashru pravahaihi mukta phala prakara sadrishaihi ashru pravahaihi. So the ashru pravaha resembled mukta phala prakara. Prakara is samuha. So it resembled a group of pearls, okay, a bunch of pearls. So they were coming down his eyes. Mukta phalanam prakaraha samuha. So bunch of pearls. Like that. Tena sadrishaihi ashru pravahaihi. So his tears resembled a bunch of pearls. And with that he made the ground wet. Dharatalam abhishinchan and cried. Ruroda. Ekaha kulirakaha. One crab. Okay. A crab. Nana jalachara sametaha. Along with other kinds of jalacharas. Jalajantus that lived in the Sara. Came along with all of them. Tasya dukkhena dukkhita. It became sad. The crab became sad because of the sadness of the crane. Tasya dukkhena bakasya dukkhena dukkhitaha ayam kulirakaha karkatakaha sadaram idam puja. So it humbly comes and speaks to this old crane. Mama, maternal uncle. So he addresses him like that. Mama, kimadya tvaya yatha purvam ahara vrittihi na anushthiyate. Why is it that you are not involved in ahara vritti, ahara sampadanam? Kimartham adya tvaya na anushthiyate. Why is it not being followed by you today? Why have you not resorted to your usual ahara vritti, which is swallowing up of fishes? Why are you not doing it? Kevalam ashrupurna netrabhyam sanishwasena sthiyate. So it is being stood by you. It is bhave prayoga. Sthiyate. Isthati iti akarmaka dhatu. So it is an akarmaka, intransitive dhatu, right? So what is the bhava rupa of that? Sthiyate, anena sthiyate. It is being stood by the crane. If you translate it into English, doesn't sound good, but ashrupurna netrabhyam sanishvasena sthiyate. So you're just standing here with eyes full of tears and with a huge sigh. Okay? With a huge sigh, you are standing here. What is the matter? Kevalam ashrupurna netrabhyam sanishvasena tvaya atra sthiyate. Sa aha. Vatsa satyam upalakshitam bhavata. Mayahi matsyadanam prati paramavairagyataya sampratam prayopaveshanam kritam. Tenaham samipagataanapi matsyan na bhakshayami. Kulirakas tachrutvaha mama kim tadvairagyakaranam. Sa aha. Vatsa satyam upalakshitam bhavata. Mayahi matsya adanam prati paramavairagyataya sampratam prayopaveshanam kritam. Tena aham samipa agatanapi matsyan na bhakshayami. Kulirakaha tachrutva aha mama kim tadvairagyakaranam. So it is, you have spotted it right. Okay? I am not following my everyday vritti. It is right. Satyam upalakshitam bhavati. Mayahi matsya adanam prati paramavairagyataya sampratam prayopaveshanam. So now I have taken up the vrata of prayopaveshana. That is fast until death. Prayena, prayaha refers to mrityuhu. Prayena mrityunimitta anashanena upaveshaha sthitihi prayopaveshanam. So, looking forward to death when one gives up food, it is called prayopaveshana. No. Matsya adanam prati paramavairagyataya. I have resorted to paramavairagya towards consuming fishes, and I have decided to sit on prayopaveshana. Sampratam idanim prayopaveshanam. I am going to fast until I die. Because of that, tena aham samipagataanapi matsyan na bhakshayami. That is why I am not consuming even those matsyas that are coming near me. Samipagataanapi matsyan na bhakshayami. Kulirakas tachrutvaha mama kim tadvairagyakaranam. What is the reason for your sudden vairagya? What happened, mama? Sapraha vatsa aham asmin sarasi jato vriddhim gatascha. Tanmayaita shrutam yadvadasha varshikhyana vrishtis sampadyate lagna. Kuliraka aha kasmat tachrutam baka aha daivagnyamukhat yatashanaischaro hi rohini shakatam bhitva bhaumam shukrancha prayasyati uktancha varahamihirena. So I think we can stop here. So this Baka replies that it is because he has heard that there is an anavrishti. Anavrishti. Anavrishti means a period of 12 years. Dvadasha varshikya anavrishti. There is going to be no rain for the next 12 years and there is going to be durbhiksha. A very bad famine is going to come. Why? That is because Shanaischaraha Rohini Shakatam Bhitva Bhaumam Shukrancha Prayasiti. That is because Saturn is going to break Rohini's cart. Okay. So this is a very peculiar astronomical phenomena. When Saturn, see, there is the Rohini star is present in the Taurus constellation, right? Vrishabha Rashi has many stars and one of the star is Rohini, and we have to know that Rohini, even though we say that it is the name of a star, Rohini itself refers to a constellation. It is a group of stars and in that Rohini is a prominent star. So, and because it is the most prominent star, the entire constellation is called as Rohini. So the Rohini constellation actually has 3 stars and they form a triangular shape. So it is called the Rohini Shakata, the cart of Rohini. And there is a, I think it is quite a famous astronomical phenomenon, Rohini Shakata-bheda. You can Google for it and there are appropriate calculations are given as to how many degrees. So what is the exact position of Saturn and Mars. If Saturn and Mars cross this card, okay, at a particular angle, in a particular degree, it is considered that there is going to be a huge famine or huge disastrous things are going to happen at that time. See, Saturn crosses Rohini every 30 years. Okay, but exactly at this point, I think it was some 17 degrees or something. So it does not happen every time. It's an extremely rare phenomena. Happens. There are many people have tried to trace this event historically as to when could it have happened, such a position. So, there are. I think there are speculations that probably Mahabharata war happened during that time, and there was even there is one story associated with the Dasharatha, that there was a prediction during Dasharatha's time that such Rohini Shakata Bheda is going to happen, that Saturn is going to break Rohini's cart, and because of that there is going to be some famine or something. And then Dasharatha prays to Lord Shani, and I think there is some Shani Stotra which is popular today, which Dasharatha, it is believed that Dasharatha chanted this shloka to please Lord Shani, and he was very happy and nothing happened, something like that. So there are different versions and different stories. You can Google them. And I think we can continue with this story, and we are also going to see Varahamihira's verse. So that refers to this Rohini Shakata Bheda from his Brihat Samhita, I think. We can see that in the next class. I'll take if there are any questions. The text says Samipa Gatan. Oh, really? I thought it was Samipa Agatan. That is what I have. So have I typed here as Samipa Gatan? Samipa Gatan. I am sorry. Samipa Gata. Samipa Gata. Not Samipa Agata. Samipa Gata. Okay. So fishes that voluntarily went near the crane, even those I am not swallowing. Yes, right, Mahodaya. I'm sorry, misread them. Are there astronomical texts in Sanskrit? Oh, there are many texts. Astrological, astronomical texts, many are there. Surya Siddhanta, Aryabhatiya, so many are there. Are there any questions? Anybody raising? You can see Balasubramanian Mahodaya.
Namaskaram, Modi.
Namaskar.
Atra the Kaulika Katayam Pancha Prakaram Jiva Lokasaram Anubhavati iti agacchati. Pancha Prakaram Jiva Lokasaram.
Pancha Prakara, I think it refers to the enjoyment corresponding to each sense organ.
Oh, okay.
So it's a guess. Yeah, okay. So that is the very essence of this Jiva Loka, he says. So, so whatever Vishaya Sukha we can enjoy through each of the 5 senses, that is the very essence of Jiva Loka. So that is why one is born in the Jiva Loka, and this Kaulika happens to enjoy all of them.
Okay, thanks. I have another question.
Yes.
Regarding our intermediate assessment, will you be giving a feedback?
Yes, definitely. I will be sending it. I'm
How
sorry.
Was it
Okay. You will receive a feedback, Mahodaya. So.
Individual feedback.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks, ma'am. Good day.
Jairam Mahodaya.
Namaskara.
Namaskara.
What is the exact meaning of the word lagna in Sanskrit?
Lagna lagna here means, in this context, it means it has come. Okay, it has come, lagna. Okay, but in the astrological context, or I'm not sure in what context you are asking. Yeah.
No, I'm asking in the context of this sentence only. Sorry. Yeah.
Lagna, sampadyate. Lagna means it has come. It is approached.
Okay.
This time has come.
What is the root of lagna?
Lagna. Let me think. Lagna.
Okay.
think I'm not able to
Okay, that's
get it
okay.
immediately. So I will let you know more then.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Any other questions? Okay. Lag sange, there is a dhatu. Okay. So lagna is of course the pratyaya. So when you add lag and ta, it becomes a lagna. Okay. Sange ityasti. Okay. So probably to be associated with something.
Associate.
Okay. So maybe I will think of and look for other usages and let you know.
Okay, madam. Thank you.
Samapayamaha. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.